4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Ranchin here, bringing all stock of commentary. This is going to be the final match in Group B of the round of 32 of the Nate MSL. We're going to have Hwasin up against Shine. Hwasin, also known as Hwasin. I think it's actually pronounced Hwasin, but I keep calling him Hwasin because that's the way it is spelled. It's going to be on match point. We're going to have Hwasin at the upper right-hand position, 1 o'clock as the, what was that, pink magenta terran, something like that. Lower left-hand position, 7 o'clock, we're going to have the blue zerg Shine. This is going to be a rematch of the second set in this group. It overall been an interesting group. Really surprised to see Ro32 owing this group, I got to say. Trying to show that his run last season to the finals definitely was not a fluke. Surprising Hwasin, I believe. Hwasin should have had a good advantage there, at least somewhat. But really, I think he surprised Hwasin with how aggressive he was with his Muta play, how much he sacrificed his Mutas just to do enough damage to Hwasin. Kind of double-edge sorting himself. Double-edging. But not badly enough that it became a disadvantage. And on match point, I definitely got to give Hwasin an advantage. Just because the layout of the match, early drone coming out, not planning a hatchery down, just apparently a scouting drone, just to make sure that Hwasin not doing something funky. I think, because most likely, because of what Hwasin did last time, he's expecting something funky, just not putting any spawning pools down at all or anything. Possibly, we're gonna see what actually is gonna go for a 12-edge spotting an SCV going out to the north side. That actually, I think he should have spotted that. It might actually be going out to do something interesting. But match point, I think it was what's... Oh, wow. That's an 8-Rex right there, my friend. Did he... What the hell did Hwasin just do? Did he... Okay, Shine reaction, putting down a spawning pool. Did Hwasin go... Hwasin went for early extractor, and 8-Rex and early extractor, what I'm talking about, refinery, I mean... So I completely missed that. Planning what I believe to be a factory. Okay, canceling. Oh, God. Shine canceling. Oh, God, no. Shine canceling his spawning pool. No. Okay, drone of his running right for that factory. I think he might have missed that early. SCV going to run right towards that spot, that factory, and we're going to see him putting down his spawning pool right now. Going to delay that. I think an SCV is imminent for Hwasin. Try to defend that, but I think he's going to be able to possibly stop a factory from coming out. The factory is very close for coming out. Oh, man. Oh, second drone even coming out just to make sure he can stop that factory. Factory continue to be built by another SCV that comes in to support right away. Even another SCV, another Marine coming in. Shine desperate to stop this factory from coming out. At least delaying it a little bit, but not enough. There are going to be vultures imminent coming right at him right now. Hwasin doing a pretty awesome just proxy factory. Completely did not spot this. But a lot of buildable space for that. A lot of space to hide that. So Shine being suspicious right off the bat with his drone. Not quite sure whether he actually missed that SCV or not. It went up to scout. I think he went out to build that proxy factory. If he had spotted it, I'm definitely sure he would have gone for the SCVs alongside a Marine, actually going for this natural expansion of his that is put down. He's going to be desperate. Losing one drone, he's going to be desperate to put down the second colony as soon as he can. Pulling drones off the line. Vulture coming in right now. Oh, man, this is going to be devastating. Put down a creep colony. Come on. First creep colony comes down, but there are SCVs repairing each other, and Vulture can go for the main here. There are Zergs in time. They're at least going to be able to delay 6 Zerglings. They're at least going to be able to delay this Vulture. Vulture's going to be forced to mine against them, but Hwasin's still in a pretty good position. Should be able to patrol mine pretty well against Zergs. Actually getting it surrounded. No! Oh, getting it boxed in. Hwasin losing it, but another more Vulture coming in. He has to make sure he micros perfectly. I guess this is almost getting himself boxed in again just because of that positioning. Sunken colony on the way. It was damaged pretty heavily, but does manage to come up and kill the last Vulture. Sunken colony. Oh, almost dying. Almost dying, but not quite. Oh, man. Hwasin losing his forward forces. Pulls in with another Vulture. He's going to have to micro against the Zergans to take that Sunken out. Only a couple of shots on that Sunken out colony will take it out. Hydra's then coming out now. So I think Shine might be reacting with going for quick lurkers here, or just going for a nice standard Hydra force to counteract this mech army. Hydras, of course, do pretty well against Vultures, even if Vultures are microed. Well, Hwasin really has been showing off his Vulture micro, losing 2 Vultures there. Going for mech again, I really feel he should have just stuck to good old M&Ms, and he would have actually been able to take this. This map so biased for Terrans. Terrans have been crushing Zerg on this map in the Pro League. But that Sunken Colony being allowed to slowly regenerate. This Vulture just standing outside. There's a Hydra Den. Hydra Den is now up, and first Hydra already out. Hwasin meanwhile going to expand. He didn't allow mining at that Nature for a while, and it's not really saturated at all at this point. Shine was forced to pretty much heavily get troops out very quickly, and forced to tech up really quickly. He's getting his lair up. That single Sunken Colony just waiting there. 2 Vultures outside. And I think Hwasin just floated his factory away at that point. It actually might be... I think he's actually floating the factory closer to Shine's position. Might be just outside his ramp just so he can funnel in forces much, much quicker. I'm not quite sure. He's building more Marines. We're going to see whether actually... Okay, he's building a second racks, so he's actually going to transition to M&Ms. Stick to good old M&Ms while he has those Vultures out in the field. Going to be able to take out this Overlord before he manages to fly over the ridge into safety. Oh, but at least Shine definitely got the scout out. So he's going to know not to produce too many Hydras. Also an Academy coming up now. So he was getting those Hydras up because he was expecting a heavy mech build. But now he should know that it's not imminent. So he's not going to stop Hydra production for a while. Getting his Spire up. And convert soon enough, we will convert those Hydras to Lurkers, I assume. Factory floating in, just acting as a spotter now. We're going to see what he actually decides to, hey, plop one down and get a Vulture in there and actually distract forces that are at the natural expansion and make them run into the main. At least the Hydra's going to do that. No, the Factory's going to flow over, going to spot that Spire. Spot the lair deck, just spot the economical position. Hwasin already has the natural expansion up. And a couple of minutes of this will actually put him in a pretty good position economy-wise. It didn't get much damage done. Lost troops that he really did not want to lose. But overall, he didn't come out of the attack badly. He lost some forces, but he delayed the natural expansion. He forced drones to come off the line, forced some drones to die. And Shine actually putting down a second Sunken Colony because he's definitely going to be afraid of a break soon. That Factory, meanwhile, going to be able to float into safety after getting all the information it needed. Engineering Bay on the way. Going to be some turrets coming up pretty soon. The natural expansion can be fairly vulnerable to Muta's attack. The main is fairly safe, but the natural expansion, there's definitely enough ridges. A pretty safe position for Mutas to go in and do some damage. But good, I believe good turret positioning will pretty much take care of that. Put a bunker behind the mineral line, put some Marines in there, and that's going to be fairly safe. Spire now up, and I think I saw Mutas pop in the second that's happened. Hwasin, meanwhile, just, yeah, there you go. See? I'm a prophet, man. Pulling in that bunker. Some Zerglings running out just to spot the forces. Medic Marines are at the ready. He's going to be building a lot more of that. Getting Stim for those forces, unless Stim was already ready, might actually be already getting range at this point. Let's see, Shine still only on those 2 bases and really needs to do some economic damage to Hwasin and give himself a chance to take a third, possibly at the 6 o'clock, or even possibly go up to the upper left-hand position. Hwasin putting down a bunker at the front of his natural expansion. Does have a lot of Zerglings trying to break through. I'm not sure if they managed to actually kill anything, or Marines in that bunker behind the mineral line. So at least, at the very least, those Mutas are going to get a spot. Mutas are going to be able to know what they're up against. Are going to be able to take out this factory. So any possible tanks for Hwasin's push are going to be delayed. At the very least, we're going to see what actually reacts. Yep, builds that starport before he loses his factory. At least get the next tech out as soon as possible. We're going to see whether he decides to transition more straight to just science wells and puts down a second racks. We're going to see whether it transitions into good old SK, just skip the tanks, go for a heavy science wells. They've been doing that, did that in his first game against Shine. Mule is going to fly and pick off, and as he was building a turret, there are decent number of medic marines in this area here. Not that many, but they do have medics to support, and they're going to be able to stim, go in and out, attacking the Mules because they try to pick at those supply depots. Not really enough turrets. Okay, SCV pulls off the line. 2 SCVs being pulled off the line just to make sure the supply depots don't get burned out. Medic Marines engaging the Mutalists and none of them dying in the engagement.